Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
All right, Ross Tucker Football Podcast. Ross, I see you went all out with the background in New Orleans. We were expecting, something from the French Quarter, maybe your setup at the Super Bowl. What's going on? It's your hotel room.
Yes, this is my hotel room. It's the only place I could find to try to get some peace and quiet for you guys so that everybody could hear me correctly. So it might not be a fancy background, but at least everybody will be able to hear the expert analysis coming at your way.
Always thinking of us. We appreciate it, Ross. Where does New Orleans rank on your list of favorite Super Bowl cities?
Very, very high. It's Monday, so it's the start of the week. So I'll need some time before I evaluate fully. But based on my last experience here, I'm a huge, huge fan. First of all, the food is amazing. The vibes are amazing. But also, everything's walking distance. I haven't had to get an Uber or anything like that yet. It's all within walking distance, which I think is a critical component of where they host the Super Bowl. I love it.
And I know you tweeted about this, but what's your expected weight gain this week?
Yeah, I'm off to a really bad or good start, depending on your perspective on that. Last night I had a po' boy sandwich at Koshan Butcher, and then I had that wasn't enough for me, so I had to get the 3 for free sausage, like you pick 3 sausage opportunity. This morning, eggs and yogurt parfait. I had a Krispy Kreme donut. There's all these other places that are here to promote future Super Bowls and future drafts. So I had some shrimp at the New Orleans station. I had a brat at the Green Bay draft station. I'm off to a really bad start if the goal is to keep the weight down. It is glorious here. I will gain. When I left my house on Sunday morning, I was 254. When I get back, I'll be somewhere between 266 and 270.
Wow, attaboy. Wow.
I'll gain between 12 and 16 pounds, no question.
Wow. Ross, Kansas City has gone 18 straight playoff games without allowing an individual 100-yard rusher. Is Saquon Barkley going to change that this weekend?
I think he will. Yeah, I would be pretty surprised if he doesn't get 100 yards, because I have to think that that's a major emphasis for the Eagles in this game. And remember, even though they didn't get 100 yards, James Cook kind of ran it pretty effectively against the Chiefs last week. I thought Joe Mixon, both those guys had 80-some yards on less than 20 carries. So they actually ran it decently effectively. So I think if the Eagles stick with it, I think he has a chance to definitely go over 100 yards. I'd be surprised if he didn't.
Okay. Patrick Mahomes has been named the MVP in every Chiefs Super Bowl win. Always comes up with the big play at critical times. That Eagles defense is great. Can they limit the big plays with him?
Rick, do you have this written out? Are these written out? Because while you're talking to me, I can see you're looking down the whole time.
Yeah, it doesn't pop out of the top of my head. Of course I got it written down.
But you have the whole question written down?
Yes, I'm an organized guy. I have to have everything written down, Ross. I can't ad-lib.
Well, you know what? I have a healthy appreciation for your preparation. I think we might need to work on delivery a little bit.
It was a long question, Ross. So, it wasn't just, hey, what's the X factor? Something like that.
Shout out to Moj.
He's there.
That's amazing. So, but listen, Rick, if you're gonna look down, it's okay to write it out, but don't Can you imagine this I don't know how many people watch versus listen, but can you imagine if this is the answers I gave you guys? Okay. Yeah. Well, you know what, Rick? I really think that Patrick Mahomes Because in all games, like, that's not good.
No,
Just
Ross.
have a bullet point, look
Ross.
down at your bullet point, and then ask the question.
We all learned that, Rick. Come on, he's
hey,
right.
Ross, it's 5 sentences long. 5, Ross, 5.
You know what that tells me, Rick?
What?
Too long of a question. It's too long of a question. It doesn't
right.
need to be that long of a question.
All right. You should be teaching broadcasting. You should be teaching
beauty of-
broadcasting.
I am right now. I'm giving out free. The beauty of it, though, is I couldn't remember for the life of me what the question was now.
Yeah, what was it anyway?
Are the Eagles going to limit Patrick Mahomes' big plays?
Yes, they are.
There you go.
You know what? They haven't had very many big plays this year anyway.
Yeah.
There haven't been a lot of big plays for the Chiefs, period. And that's what Vic Fangio's defense is actually designed to do, is to limit the explosive plays. So I do think that's actually a good question once you eventually got to it. I think that they will be able to limit the big plays, yes.
Okay.
Ross, you also tweeted this out. Tell us about what you think of the Chiefs defense. Mahomes and the offense, Kelsey, etc., get so much attention. What about that Chiefs defense?
Really, really good. And for whatever reason, I think because of Mahomes and Kelsey and Andy Reid and not being as high profile, it goes under the radar, but they're impressive. I mean, Chris Jones is a dominant player, but then it's the other guys, right? It's Karlaftis and Trent McDuffie and all the other guys that find a way to step up and make big-time plays over and over again when the Chiefs need it the most. It's really impressive.
Have you run into Moj yet?
I have. And Moj told me that Rick calls him up and asks what he should ask me. And that Moj says,
and writes it
No. I text him every year at the Super Bowl and say, hey, what's going on? Give me the feel, the vibe. That's why I do it.
The feel and the vibe.
Yeah,
Love
he's
it.
there.
Yeah.
I don't know the feel and the vibe. You're there. Give us the feel.
What does he text back? What does he text back to you? The vibes are terrible. Like what?
Nah.
The vibes are great everywhere except your hotel room.
Yeah, exactly. They don't look good there.
I have great vibes right now. I still can't get this shot to be exactly perfect.
Yeah.
I've been moving around the entire segment. But,
It's all good. It's all good.
Maybe by next week.
Yeah.
right.
Okay, so last week you said you were going to do some ruminating when we asked you for a Super Bowl prediction. You
yeah.
wanted to save it for a week. The obvious question, Chiefs, Eagles, who wins?
Yeah, I think if the Eagles were to win, they need to have a 2-score lead late in the game. I think an Eagles victory looks like 34-23, something like that. If it's a 1-score game, that's tough. That is really tough. It's hard to pick, Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni over Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes in a 1-score game. So I'll say that the most likely scenario is 27-24, and that the Kansas City Chiefs win the game. I wouldn't be shocked at all if the Eagles win, but that's what I'll go with. 27-24, the Kansas City Chiefs win the Super Bowl yet again.
Have a good time. Say hi. He's actually working for us. Say hi to Moj.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I didn't know that. I will do that. I already said hi to him. He already texted me to come on. I will try to do that when I get a chance.
All right.
Thanks, Ross. Have a good time.
See you, boys.